What's up guys, David here and welcome to the Fit Pro Daily. This week is all about finances and most of all making sure that we're ready to go for when the big reopen does come. We started yesterday off with the guest interview with Daniel Forster coming on to share his experience and his knowledge of the Profit First formula. If you want to go back and check that video out, make sure you do pause now, go check that video out and then come back to today's one. Today though, I'm going to share with you some financial tips as it's Tuesday to get you set up to make sure you're making the most of your gym, of your business when we're back open and good to go. But before we dive into today's main content, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do that by clicking that big red button below. Okay, so the reason I'm actually down at the gym today is because we've got the new rig getting installed. And this is probably point number one for you. If you are setting up your own gym, if you are purchasing new equipment for your setup, then make sure you always go for multi-purpose equipment. Yes, I know a leg press is a really good bit of kit of equipment, okay? It can do specific things, but one, it's going to be super expensive, and two, it's only got one purpose. This rig, we can do loads of stuff on it. They can do monkey bars, we can put cable attachments on it, we can do a bench press, we can do split lunges, we can do so much on this type of thing, and it costs way less than a leg press machine. So tip number one is make sure when you're buying equipment, make sure you only purchase multi-purpose equipment. Okay, tip number two, and this then comes down to staff. For us, we will only ever take on full-time staff moving forward. We've tried the part-time route before, but we found that when people have another part-time job or they've got another side gig going on, that your priority, your business kind of gets put back a little bit because they could be in the middle of sessions, someone's messaged them about they need help with their program, and they maybe jumped on their phone quietly or tried to do some social media stuff. So from now on, we only ever take full-time staff on. That means we need to get our finances in check so we know exactly what we need to be paying them. So when it does come to taking on full-time employees, especially coaches, we have to consider the wage that you're going to pay them doesn't include the time for marketing, the time for chasing leads, the time for managing clients offline. You're really paying for them experience to coach clients, coach sessions, and make sure the clients are happy. So make sure you're not overpaying your staff would be suggestion number two. Okay, tip number three. This time I want you to consider the subscriptions and everything you're purchasing for your marketing side of things, okay? Do you need all these top-end subscriptions? Take ClickFunnels, for example, $97 a month compared to Lead Pages, which is only like $35 a month. Yes, they're both almost identical. ClickFunnels lists everything out in a nice funnel. Lead Pages are individual pages, but that alone is like a $60 difference in what you're actually paying for. If you're using ActiveCampaign over MailChimp, if you're using Aweber over ActiveCampaign, all of them have their benefits, okay? But as you go up in benefits, it's going to cost you more. And if you're not using those features, if you're not using the courses or programs that you're paying for, then you're just wasting your money. So tip number three, make sure you're not overpaying for subscriptions. And if you've got subscriptions that you're not using, why don't you just cancel them? Because then you could be putting that money on advertising budgets, keeping clients happy, keeping clients for longer, or just have more profit in the bank. Okay, the final tip, tip number four, and this let's talk about is basically Facebook ads. I need you to be in control of what you're spending and the actual costs of everything. How much it costs per lead is, how much it costs per application form, and most of all, how much it costs per sale. The cost per sale is the one number that you need to be keeping control of. Because if your program is £100 and it costs you £100 of ad spend to make that one sale, then you have broken even. Doesn't matter how many leads you generated, how many application forms you generated, okay? But if we can have more leads come in, more application forms come in, then hopefully you should have more sales coming in. But at the flip side of it, completely opposite side, you might put your price in the adverts itself, so you have less leads coming in, so less people to be chasing, but because they know the price, they might sign up from there. But cost per sale is that one key number. So tip number four, understand all your Facebook ads numbers, but make sure you really do know your cost per sale so you know how much more that you can be putting into ads to be able to make the profit you need from that sale. So those were the 4 tips. What I definitely recommend, again, is just getting multi-purpose equipment, okay? It's gonna make such a difference to your whole setup. It's equipment that you're not having to spend a load of money on and you can only be used for one thing. And again, knowing those cost per sales as well. But if you wanna go back, check out Daniel's video for Monday. Make sure you do that by clicking that link here. Or if you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do that by clicking that big red button below. For now, I'll leave it there. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Cheers.